Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday, and it is 51. I just got a call. I got a decline. It's 51. It's supposed to get 61 with a real feel of 54. Wow. Okay. I hear it's a little on the wild side today. I'm sure you have those days too. All right. This is Chapter 7, Transforming Law. All right. Disclosure here. I'm not an attorney. I've never studied law. But as close as I've gotten to studying law was a constitutional law class, which I barely passed, and journalism and law. That's it. Which, again, I barely passed. But I passed. So, let's look at transforming the law. Okay. According to Mr. Wood, the siren call of globalization is self-regulation of industries and trade. Okay? Basically, what all these things are, you got your reflexive law, which, think about it, reflective is just reflecting on from one thing onto another, and that's that. The systems theory, a foundational concept of technocracy, is based on self-regulating systems that depend on feedback or self-regulations, such as found in weather ecosystems and life process. In other words, it's a chain. You got one thing that relates to another. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. Now, discourse theory is a postmodern tenet that consensus is achieved by discourse among various actors involved in particular issues. Okay, now let's go over to page 134. Alright. Basically, reflexive law is seen as a conjunction of social control, a population control of us. How is that? Well, okay. Information disclosure. There's been a lot of public meetings. These meetings are on projects like wetland conservation. They are to generate a consensus. Now, if you don't agree with what is being pushed, there are consequences. You could be sued. You could be regulated out of business. So let's look at this. Public meetings were held to build consensus between individual citizens and other actors. This is talking about the San Pedro River Basin study at University of Arizona's Udall Center. What they wanted was to steal land from the ranchers and farmers. They went to a lot of trouble to get the ranchers and farmers to see that it was in their best interest to give up this land. Well, here's what happened. In the end, the farmers and ranchers succumbed to the reflexive law process when the regulatory bullies showed up with threats of what would happen to them if they did not buckle under the CEC's demands. We're talking about being regulated. We're talking about being sued for money that the farmers and the ranchers did not have. So think of reflexive law as to build a voluntary consensus But if all else fails, they will bully you. And unfortunately, you know, the farmers and ranchers realize that they have no way of fighting this. None whatsoever. They had no choice but to give in or lose everything. I'm gonna give you Gary Gileno has been doing he's been covering a lot of the meetings that's been going on in California, in Southern California, and he has really nailed this down. He's seen the city he lives in, Faultina, screw up their roads, move parking lots, so you have to walk so many feet to a store, or you can park a bike. They've put in bike lanes, bus lanes. Now, this is not a big city here, okay? This is set off away from LA, but they've done it. So, I will put his link below for y'all to go over and watch his reflexive law and process. Watch how they try to convince people that this is in your best interest. I'll see you guys later. I have to go do research for cake roll. I've never done cake roll in my life, but I'm gonna do one.